DDP, ENT, we the realest over here. It's your boy T-WillDaprince, and I'm back with another video. I just want to say salute to everybody that's checking back in with your boy. I know it's been a couple months since I recorded my last video, but I just been doing my best to try to get my setup and everything together so I can provide better videos and podcasts for you guys. But since the last time I spoke to y'all, I hope everything has been going well. I hope you guys are prosperous. I appreciate the views that I got on my previous videos, but now I'm gonna stay consistent and there's no turning back. So you can look for at least 3-4 of my pods a week. I'm putting in a lot of time, but there's so much content out here that I don't think I would run out. For those that don't know, the DDP podcast is strictly culture. So one way I can sum that up is to say it's going to be partially music, a lot of news, movies, and sports. Those are going to be my top focuses. But if you guys want to comment, I actually prefer comments over likes and subscriptions because I'm just starting out and I really want that engagement. And comments will let me know what things I can do better. It lets me interact with you guys and engage with you guys. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to like and I don't want to subscribe, but I would appreciate it if you don't do anything, at least comment until you feel as though the content is worthy of your like and your subscription. But yeah, and you know, that's really about it. Staying consistent, trying to bring you guys the best content, what interests me, hopefully interests you guys. For my full pod, that'll be about an hour and a half, 2 hours typically. I'm going to put that in its own playlist, but each full pod would have timestamps. So if you just want to skip around a little bit, that's fine. If you want to just look at the clips separately from the pod, I'll have categories for those also, playlists for those also. One will be music, one will be sports, like I said, news, movies. It just depends. But I know some people don't have the time to listen to a whole pod. Some people just would rather have clips. So I'm going to do both for y'all. What else do I got for you guys? Now, like I said, I hope everybody's prospering. I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I'm back. And I just want to say I appreciate YouTube for allowing me this platform. Oh, yeah. Typically, it's going to be, when you listen to my podcast, most people will be just getting off work 9 times out of 10, unwinding, decompressing from the day. And if you're one of those viewers, then pour you up a drink, grab you a beer, some wine, roll you up something good, grab a cigar, a cigarette, anything that's going to get you to decompress and unwind and open up your mind to these different ideas that are going on in the world. Because like I said, I'm really just giving you my opinion. We're all free to make our own opinions, and we're all free to decide on what we believe. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm really just putting the information out there and giving you my opinion. My opinion is not law, so hold me accountable for my actions and not necessarily my opinions. And last but not least, this channel is for adults 18 and older. So if you see any type of smoking, drinking, or anything like that on the pod, just know it's for an adult. So if you're a child, this viewership is not for you. Now, parents, if you allow your child to watch the video, that's your responsibility. And children, if your parents allow you to watch the video, that's your responsibility and your parents' responsibility. So before we go any further, I just want to go ahead and put that disclaimer out because you may see that on my end, and I just don't want nobody to be taken aback. All right, y'all. So Rihanna's house was broken into. Her Los Angeles home, a Los Angeles home. I'm not sure if she has more than one house in Los Angeles at the moment. I know she did have one and she moved from it prior because some guy broke into her house and was actually sitting in there waiting on her. I think it happened back in 2018. We'll figure that out a little bit in a little bit. But there is a woman now that's tried that, well, basically shot at Rihanna's house the other day. And this may not be new news to those that know about this specific subject, but there are a few talking points inside of this that I want to touch on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the video started, and we'll discuss it.
Let's turn our attention right now out west. Some developing news in Hollywood following an incident outside the home of music superstar Rihanna. I want to put this up here from Fox 11 Los Angeles, saying the suspect accused of firing shots into Rihanna's LA home over the weekend was identified by the LAPD. Her bail has been set at over $10 million. Let's be joined right now.
All right, y'all. So, couple key talking points real quick. The suspect fired a gun into Rihanna's LA home this weekend. The lady's 35 years old, and by the telling of her name, it seems that she's of Hispanic descent, and her bail is set at $10,225,000. So, I mean, without saying too much more, it's pretty obvious that a $10 million bail is one of my talking points, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. But let's get a little bit further into the story to see if we can find out anything more interesting and if there's anything else to talk about. Besides the fact that, as far as I know, this is the second time that this has happened to Rihanna. Not the shooting part, but somebody, coming to her house, vandalizing, whether they trying to break in or they're trying to shoot it up. And also, we want to know where were the kids? Where was A$AP Rocky? Was she home? Let's find out.
Now on the ground in Southern California, Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez.
Toast.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. What are we learning about who this individual is and what happened this weekend?
Well, she's a 35-year-old woman from Orlando, Florida, who has been posting about not only Rihanna, but other celebrities.
All right, chat. She's from Orlando, the lady, Ivana. So she traveled from... You know what? I'm starting to think that may be where the $10 million come from, because I'm starting to hear, like, premeditation and all of this. But without me talking too much, she's from Orlando and made her way all the way to Los Angeles.
Yesterday at about 1:30, she supposedly, according to LAPD, drove her vehicle into that street, which is now blocked off, took out an AR-15 rifle and started shooting into the gate. Rihanna and her 3 small children were home.
No handgun, an AR-15 style rifle. I mean, that's a high-powered weapon.
Home. Take a look.
Criminalists are going to be doing trajectory analysis, so they need a chunk of the street in order to do that. Okay?
Moving media crews out for their investigation. LAPD taking over the street where shots were fired at singer Rihanna's home Sunday afternoon. You can see the bullet holes on the gates, and investigators placing markers on an Airstream trailer parked inside. Police say the shots came from an AR-15.
The really scary part of this is Rihanna was home. Rihanna and her 3 young children were home. We are told that A$AP Rocky was not home at the time. Luckily, nobody on the premises of her home was hit by any of the rounds that were fired.
All right, so Rihanna and her children were there. That is insane. So, what I want to know is, I'm sure that Rihanna and or A$AP Rocky have a couple properties, probably. How did this lady know that Rihanna was home? I'm sure Rihanna, because I heard a story. We can figure that out too. But I heard a story where Rihanna was like buying up houses, like to the point where, she was almost trying to buy a block. So how would this lady know exactly what house that Rihanna was in? That's the part I'm slightly confused by, and the fact that her children was home too. Now That's crazy. And then she's getting attempted murder. So I guess that's attempted murder on 4 people. But let's keep going and let's figure this out further.
LAPD confirming the arrest of 35-year-old Ivana Lizette Ortiz from Orlando, Florida.
I'm everything you want to be.
Her Facebook page includes disparaging posts about Rihanna and other celebrities like Cardi B.
You can't with me, Cardi B. You're supposedly busy right now.
What the hell does Cardi B got to do with any of this, man? All right, so from what I'm realizing, she really has a mental health issue, and I'm not sure what the mental health diagnostic would be called, but it seems to me like, I don't know if that's considered schizophrenic or not. If anybody knows anybody or has friends or family or just knows anybody that's going through what this woman Ivana Ortiz is going through. But just for me diagnosing what I'm seeing so far, it seems to me as if mentally she beefs with people that she's never met and that have never met her. Like don't even know each other in real life. And the only reason that she knows these people is because they're famous. So that's crazy. Let's just put this in perspective. Okay, say you're famous and say I just wake up one day and I don't like you no more. But you don't know me at all. You don't even know I exist. But in my head, you're sabotaging me. You're threatening me. You are talking bad about me. You're defaming me or whatever the case may be. And now I have it out for you when in reality, you've never even seen me, spoke my name, nothing before. How would y'all feel? Whatever that mental health situation is that I just described is what I'm feeling like this girl right here has. So besides us trying to dive deeper into what that $10 million bail is all about, I want to see if we can figure out what mental health issue that this woman is dealing with. Because, I mean, honestly, from this point of view, I mean, if I was a movie producer or director, the perspective of this diagnosis of her mental health issue, I'd make a whole movie about it. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, it's scary. I mean, can you imagine living your life and eventually at some point in your day purposely getting taken out by somebody that has a vendetta against you that you've never met, you've never seen, anything like that? But it's not random, and it's not premeditated on a just thing because they have a cause. Now I know what you're gonna say. Hey Tristan, hey T-Will, it happens all the time with assassinations. Oh, do you think Charlie Kirk knew? I'm just using Charlie Kirk as an example. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers or anything like that. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. But I could say Martin Luther King. I could say all types of people. My thing is, the people that killed them, they had a specific, basically, it was either something that they were fighting for or, you know, I'm not talking about an assassin. You know what I mean, guys? I'm not talking about like somebody that is killing for a cause or killing because they got paid to. I'm talking about someone that makes up things in their own mind about a person that drives them to feel as though that person is picking on them. Basically, what is it? Some type of paranoia that has them feeling like that person's out to get them? I don't know. I'll try my best to explain it to y'all. We'll try to figure it out in just a little bit. Let's keep going.
But you know who has the cutest outfit tonight?
It's all a little bizarre, and certainly there are indications there of someone who might have mental health issues, though that has not been determined.
Big time
yet.
mental health
Law
issues.
officials in Florida providing Fox 11 with mugshots of Ortiz from 2023.
Now look at her face.
The arrests are related to domestic violence allegations. As to this case here, LAPD saying Ortiz is now in custody facing attempted murder charges. Bail set at over $10 million.
That's crazy. I couldn't imagine. That's awful.
Reaction from fans on celebrity tours that made it onto the street before it was closed down.
Can't help how deranged people are. Hopefully this person can get some help.
Rihanna's had a history
Deranged,
of some
for sure.
really strange things happening at her homes in the LA area, where she's had multiple break-ins.
Including a 2018 incident where Rihanna's assistant found an intruder inside her Hollywood Hills home waiting for the singer. He pled no contest to stalking and was ordered to stay away from her.
She's already had to sell one home in the LA area because of that. And now at this home where she is now, it doesn't seem like it's dying down, that there are just more and more bizarre incidents happening, in this case, a very violent one.
Now, going through this woman's social media, one post particularly bothered me. She talks about if Rihanna dies, God will take her, Ortiz, into get her future, whatever that means. I'm sure investigators are trying to figure it all out, but never a direct threat that she was going to shoot at her or anything like that. She does have a job as a speech pathologist in Orlando. All these things, I'm sure we'll be finding out more about it as time goes on, but she is in custody. And again, no injuries. Everybody out of the house, though. Rihanna and her kids are out of there. They left this afternoon. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live from the Bellcrest area, Southern California. I'm back to you in the studio.
Well, damn. All right, so just a quick update, obviously. Rihanna and her children are safe. They left the afternoon of the shooting. What I want to try to find out now is, let's go ahead and let's do our due diligence real quick. And let's figure out a list of people that have had or has a $10 million bail. And as you can see, our suspect is on here already. I mean, damn. She made it already, yo. Several high-profile individuals, primarily in the white-collar crime or major violent crime cases, have had bail set at or around $10 million, often due to being considered extreme flight risk or having vast financial resources. Here's a list of people who have had or currently have had a $10 million bail or similar high-profile, high-amount bail. Bernie Madoff, the financier behind the largest Ponzi scheme in history. Motherfucker, excuse my language, stole $65 billion. And moving money around. He moved $65 billion around, y'all. Nah, that's crazy. I don't know how you get that high before somebody realizes that you ain't doing right. And don't you know no good? Second, we got Ivana Lisette Ortiz, 10.2. Alright, so far, Bernie, white collar, Ivana. It says arrested in March 2026 for allegedly shooting at Rihanna's Los Angeles home. It wasn't alleged, she did that. So let's go ahead and move on. And then we got Dennis Kozlowski, 10 million. A former CEO of Tyco International who was accused of stealing $600 million from his own company. I'll be damned. All right, so white collar, attempted murder on 4 individuals. I mean, even though she never actually made contact or seen anybody, that's crazy. I don't know how they're going to give her attempted murder, though. But then again, she's probably not going to be able to afford no lawyer either, though. Because I'm sure she could probably get that attempted murder charge downgraded. But you going up against a billionaire, that's rough. You might as well already say this lady's locked up. Like, you don't even have to wait for her trial. She's just probably locked up. I mean, you going against Rihanna. I mean, that's crazy. Let's keep going. And then you got Bernard Ebbers, $10 million, former CEO, another white collar, charged in 2005 with conspiracy and securities fraud. Oh. And then you have Franklin Jose Peña Ramos, $10 million, accused in 2024 of the murder of a 12-year-old girl in Houston, Texas. And then you have Rohan Jose Rango Martinez, $10 million. He's the second suspect accused in the same Houston murder case as Jose Peña. We might not do this today, but I want to look into this. I've never even heard about this story right here with these two guys. They both got $10 million bails. Then you got John Ruffo, $10 million, a U.S. bank fraud convict who became a fugitive in white collar. Suge, woo! Suge Knight. Yo, let's say Suge Knight, $25 million. I don't know what. I'm big on rap too. You know, I'm a hip hop artist myself. Yo, I did not know about this. And Tupac is my favorite rapper. I'm familiar with the whole Death Row and all that. Now, I do remember that him getting into something because he ran over a guy with his truck at that time. So I definitely do remember when this murder happened, but I did not know that it was $25 million. But then again, you know what? Suge Knight might be a flight risk. I'm not 100% sure. This ain't about him, but I'm surprised by that number right there. Ryan Wedding, $15 million. His bail was increased to 15. Because of what, though? Whew. All right. Anyway, let's just run through these real quick. These are high as hell. Robert Durst, $3 billion for a 2003 murder. Oh, we gotta figure this out, y'all. I'm sorry. We gotta figure this out. Wait, man. What the name? Robert Durst, $3 billion bail, 2003 murder charge. Robert Durst. Let's go. Robert Durst. Murder. 3 billion. Bail. Oh, that shit was excessive. Let's figure this out real quick. What better to go to his wiki? We're gonna make this quick, y'all, because like I said, this ain't about him, but to see a $3 billion bail is fucking like insane. Robert Allen Durst was an American convicted murderer, suspected serial killer. Damn, he was a real estate heir? The eldest son of New York City real estate you gotta excuse me, y'all. Magnate. I'll do better next time. Seymour Durst, he garnered attention as a suspect in the unsolved 1982 disappearance of his wife, Kathy McCormick, the 2000 murder of his longtime friend, Susan Berman, and the 2001 killing of neighbor Morris Black. Acquitted of murdering Black, Durst did not face further legal actions. The jinx led him to being charged with Berman's murder. Durst was convicted in 2021 and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. He was also charged with McCormick's murder shortly after his sentencing, but died in 2022. Durst's conviction for Berman's murder was automatically vacated upon his death because his appeal was still pending. Yeah, that sounds extremely excessive to me. I mean, I don't know who the hell made that idea. But yeah, guys, in summary, Rihanna's alive. Thank God. Her children are safe. A$AP Rocky was not home at the time. I mean, if I'm her, I'm about to go ahead and sell this too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I'm definitely moving into a gated community, you know. Hopefully she learns her lesson as far as this is concerned. even though it's funny that there's really no lesson to really be taught when you're minding your business, it's really outside entities that force you to learn a lesson that maybe if they weren't on the prowl and they weren't targeting you, you could have did without. So prayers out to Rihanna and her family. I hope they're able to stay safe, and I hope they're able to figure this out. All right, chat. Let's go ahead and move on real quick. And I'm seeing, now this is sad right here. I'm seeing that a 12-year-old girl, a 12-year-old student dies. After an off-campus fight? So the reason I want to go ahead and touch on this is because I think this is extremely crazy that a 12-year-old dies from a fight, because I'm pretty sure that the people that she was fighting were not adults. So the main topic of us discussing this story is the simple fact that it's not always adults that kill. It's obvious sometimes kids or teenagers that kill. So let's go ahead and touch on this story real quick and let's see what happened.
Our Kevin Stewart is following up on a little girl who, Kevin, I understand is in a coma or brain dead after being bullied. What can you tell us?
Yeah, family is in the process of doing funeral arrangements as we speak. We had a chance to speak to them earlier.
All right, you guys. This is happening in the county or city of Villarica. I'm thinking that this is somewhere in Atlanta. Funeral arrangements are being made. Let's keep going, because I mean, kids killing kids is this type of situation. On top of that, this is a girl, so let's just understand that low-age teenagers do be on the prowl to kill. Let's just make sure that everybody understands that. You look at, oh, it's so innocent, they're a little bad, but let's understand that they have the power to kill also. So don't underestimate these teens and these preteens and these children, because I mean, we're living in a new age.
Today, this little girl, her name is Jada West. She's 12 years old. She is a student at Mason Creek Middle School, I should say, in Douglas County. She lives in Villarica on the Douglas County side, and she actually is someone who moved from Bowden to start the second semester here in January. So she's a new student at the school, and her parents say that she has been bullied since going to that school. She said I'm told that her dad went to the school to try to deal with some of these issues. There's an issue with a boy and there's an issue with a girl. And what ended up happening on Thursday is that she got into an argument with a girl on the bus, and then that spilled out onto the street at her bus stop. She walked down the street. There's video of this circulating on social media, and that family asked us not to show that video, so we are honoring that request. And then a fight ensues, and Jada falls to the ground. She gets back up, and she seems like she might be okay, and then she walks away, and then she falls again to the ground. Because she was near home, one of her girlfriends, the little girl, she ran to get Jada's mom. Mom comes out to the scene and sees her child on the floor, not breathing, and so they take her to Tanner Medical Center, Villarica. Then she's air flighted to Scottish Rite Children's Hospital, and unfortunately, she was pronounced dead on Sunday, brain dead, and now they are in the process of making funeral arrangements. Right now, they do not know what killed that.
Damn. I mean, what it sounds to me that could have happened is she could have hit her head on the ground of some sort. I mean, which at the end of the day is no excuse. And, I'm sure the people that did it are probably minors and kids also. So, That's why thus far they haven't released any pictures or names or anything like that. Man, I can only imagine coming outside to check to see if my daughter, because I only have one child, made it home from school, and I walk out front and I see her laid in the middle of the street, and I run up to her and she's not breathing because some kids done beat her up or jumped on her or something like that. I mean, I can only imagine. Let's keep going, y'all.
That little girl, they're waiting on an autopsy, but the family is putting 1 and 1 together and saying this equals 2. This fight, this bullying led to this. I want you to take a listen to her mom right now.
I'm angry. We gotta teach our children. I'm angry. What happened to the love? What happened to the love? We lost our love, people. Teaching children to love. Violence is not the key. Have a heart. Have a heart. Love. The Lord wants us to love one another.
Absolutely heartbreaking. And the video that I mentioned just a few moments ago, that video that's been circulating is now in the hands of the Villa Rica Police Department. The Villa Rica Police Department and the Douglas County District Attorney's Office are looking at this video and doing interviews, and they'll figure out what the next steps here. But right now, no one has been charged in this case. Ariel?
Kevin, the pain and anguish in that mother's voice, it's like a gut punch. I can't even imagine what that family is going through given this situation. Has the school district said anything? Is there any further information about it sounding like the father trying to put an end to this and taking action about the bullying his daughter was facing? Any information that they might be sharing?
The school system didn't directly deal with that part, but did put out a statement basically offering its condolences and saying that because this incident took place off of school property, they don't want to comment any further other than.
And there's really nothing that they can do about it, honestly.
Okay, good to know. Kevin, before I let you go, any final questions besides obviously what police are going to find as a course of this investigation? Anything else that you're taking a look at, ways that maybe people can get involved and help this family? Any of that out yet?
Yeah, you know, I did ask the family if they had anything like that going on, and right now they don't. They're still planning their funeral, but this is truly an awful situation, and they really they provided the video for us, but they had second thoughts and said, please don't put that video out there, and we certainly will respect that.
Parents, I just want to tell y'all, please keep your kids close to you. My daughter went through this situation, and honestly, I think she was about this age too at the time. She was between the ages of 10 and 12. We were living in Augusta, Georgia at the time, and she let me know that she was getting bullied also. So between me and my sister, we did our due diligence to speak to the school and different things like that in order for it to stop happening. But then ultimately, my daughter ended up leaving that school just for further precautions. So just listen to your children. If they let you know that this is happening, please take the threat serious, or as serious as you possibly can take it, so you can prevent this from happening to you and reaching your front doorstep. Because I mean, that's crazy. Only 12 years old, killed by other children. And like the mom said, like, you know, where is the love? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where is the love? Because I mean, if you got 12-year-olds out here killing, I mean, what hope do we really have? So, I mean, I really don't know what else to say about that. I hope the family is able to heal, even though I know it's going to take time. And rest in peace to that young lady. All right, y'all. Here we go. The investigative unit. Now, excuse me. Now, this guy, he just looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He just looked crazy. This young man right here, I'm calling him a young man because I know I'm probably older than him. Don't ask me. It says a man accused of raping a 94-year-old allegedly caught on camera stalking another woman a few days prior. Let's go.
From the WBRZ investigative unit tonight, new details in the brazen daytime rape of a grandmother in her 90s. Newly filed arrest documents say the victim was sitting on her front porch when the suspect chased her into the carport where he attacked her.
22-year-old Jeremiah Taylor was arrested for that attack, allegedly with an overwhelming amount of evidence, including video against him. However, as the WBRZ investigative unit found out, Taylor has gone mostly unpunished despite an alleged disturbing pattern of behavior.
Sylvia Michael, the WBRZ investigative unit tracked down two women, one who claims to be another victim of Taylor's and another who says she came terrifyingly close.
The suspect is Jeremiah Taylor. That he does have a previous criminal history.
Emphatic words from a 22.
Wow, it says more women come forward. Yeah. He 22, so this is a pattern of behavior for him. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and charge him as an adult for sure. Yeah, let's keep going, man. Check on your mental health. If you feel like you're doing okay, check on your closest people. Reach out to people, man. You know what? Honestly, I mean, growing up, I never even realized how much mental health was really even a thing, though, to be honest with you. Like, I never even realized how much mental health was important. I mean, all through my teens, it didn't matter. And mind you, this is coming from somebody that doesn't even know his own father. Like, I've never met him before at all. I don't know what he looks like. I mean, I have his name, but I haven't really looked for him. Y'all gotta think I'm older now, so I really don't care. But that has a lot to do with your mental health. So I've never even realized how important mental health was until I probably got, late 20s, early 30s. So, I try my best to ask people if they're okay, any way I can help to the best of my ability. So I just suggest that y'all do the same thing, because there are a lot of mental health cases going on around, and they're getting more and more drastic as time passes. So just check with your people, y'all. Because then maybe if they are going through something, you can prevent them from doing something bad to themselves or someone else.
2-year-old, whom we found out has been arrested for rape more than once. On Friday, Baton Rouge police arrested Jeremiah Taylor for assaulting and raping a 94-year-old woman in her driveway in the middle of the day. We uncovered Taylor's troubling history of sex.
I mean, I know this is a sensitive topic, but how desperate do you have to be at 22 to set your sights on somebody that's 94?
Sexual violence.
Jeremiah was with me maybe 6 to 8 months before Jeremiah thought it was okay to inappropriately touch me.
This woman, who did not want to be identified, told us she was Taylor's foster mother during COVID.
I felt something on me, and when I got up, I seen him running out of my room.
Without getting too graphic, she claims Taylor got into bed with her and fondled himself when he was just 16 years old.
Jeremiah just thought it was okay to do what he did, and once my mom asked him that particular night, why did he do that, he said that he wanted to see how a grown woman feels.
She says she did press charges, but also told us she believes not much happened legally in his case because he was a juvenile at the time. Taylor faced a similar outcome when police charged him with raping a family member in 2024. Charges in that case were dropped, and Taylor was released from prison in January. Just a couple weeks after getting let out on that charge, Taylor is caught on video obtained by the WBRZ investigative unit appearing to stalk this woman.
I was walking from the store, on my phone. Okay. And then when I came in the house, I opened the door and my son-in-law said, somebody following me.
We tracked down the woman seen in the video and agreed to conceal her identity when she spoke to us. Watch as a man, who she claims is Taylor, follows behind her, hiding behind a car, then appears to get ready to strike, but then turns around when the woman makes it inside the door.
When I saw it on the news that he had raped a 94-year-old woman, I was like, that could have been me.
She tells us she fears what he would have done if she hadn't made it inside, especially after learning how he attacked the 94-year-old in her driveway.
And that's
yeah, cuz is, I mean, extremely deranged. I mean, he just going around and offensive touching, sexually assaulting, and R-wording. We all know what the R word is. It's right there on the screen. Y'all can go ahead and read that for the algorithms. We're not saying that word. But yeah, he's a menace to society. It's sad that he's so young, going through foster homes and stuff like that. He probably dealing with some type of trauma, or he's either that or overly sexualized, which, I mean, it's probably a problem with a lot of people these days, being as though it's 2026, and I mean, it's literally sex everywhere. So, ladies, just be careful. This is just one situation. If you look at the way that he was kind of like stalking that one lady as he was following behind her, is extremely insane, and you need to have your antennas up and your peripheral open. Now, I ain't trying to freak y'all out or nothing to say have your head on a swivel or anything like that, but you might have to have your head on a swivel. Get you a gun, because you're not going to have somebody with you all the time. Be more aware. I mean, I think that's really the basis of why I chose this video, just because it's a teaching moment for us all, honestly. And to also bring sight to things that are happening. So I would just tell, women, I mean, and men, just try to be more aware of your surroundings. Luckily for this woman, she escaped the young man. I'm sorry for the 94-year-old woman and the family members that he's done this type of thing to. But yeah, we definitely got to do better as a society. And I know some people right now thinking to themselves, because you know what, honestly, when this young man goes to jail and everybody realizes that he has a check in his box. Now, if you've never been to jail before, you may not understand. But when you get arrested, you get sent to your tier or your pod or whatever the case may be, with basically your arrest and charge records for what you're currently incarcerated for. Some places do wristbands. Some places do ID tags that you have to put on your uniform. I know, because I've been incarcerated before. He might have to be in PC. He might have to be in solitary confinement, because when you're a male and you enter a jail or a prison or a penitentiary and you have rape, excuse me, YouTube algorithms. When you have R word, when it comes to minors or anybody or women, most inmates aren't going for that. We're not going for that. We're not going for that. And I don't mean to say we as if I'm still incarcerated or anything like that, because the last time I was incarcerated was years ago. But most men with morals, even though our morals may have lacked to get us in this predicament and this place in the first place, this institution, when it comes to children and women, most men's morals still stand, even though they may fall short in other categories. So I say all that to say, people that have these type of charges, they need to be in protective custody of some type of protection, because the inmates ain't going for it. They're not going for it. So, I mean, as soon as they catch a whiff of something like this happening, I mean, I feel sorry for that young man. I feel sorry for his victims more. You know what I mean? But if certain people, if you could read between the lines, if certain people find out about this, he'll get a taste of his own medicine. And we're just going to leave it at that, yo. We're just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go no further with that one. I'm not going to go no further. Sad case. Extremely sad. Oh, hidden camera out of Houston. All right, let's go, y'all.
Well, new tonight, an alleged victim is speaking out against the Houston doctor who's accused and also charged with secretly recording his employees inside of a bathroom at his own medical office. Local podiatrist Dr. Douglas Hansen has an independent private practice at the Memorial Hermann Memorial City Medical Plaza. Fox 26's Jillian Hartman spoke exclusively with one of his employees who says she is the one that discovered the device. Jillian.
That's right, Anthony. So the alleged victim I spoke with in this case wants to remain anonymous. She tells me she worked for Dr. Hansen for 3 years, but last month, while in the restroom, she found a hidden camera under the sink facing the toilet. Here's our one-on-one interview. What was going through your mind when you found the hidden camera?
Honestly, I was shocked at first, appalled, scared. This was a number of feelings that I felt when I first found the camera.
How did you discover it?
I was using the restroom, and then I was looking around, and I noticed that plastic covering was messed up, and I just kept looking in that general direction when I noticed a little black dot just freestanding facing me, and I was like, well, what's that? I pulled up.
Wow. I mean, women, man. Now, I'm not trying to make this no creepy pod, and this ain't nothing against women. It just really goes to show, like, how much perversion is really out here when it comes to being a woman. Now, let's not get it twisted. Women are perverted, too. But it just seems like, obviously, there are a lot more men that are. So, a doctor, and, you know, he's supposed to have client confidentiality, he's supposed to be trustworthy and stuff like that. I mean, this guy is literally hiding a camera in the bathroom. And if you ask me, I mean, the way he had it set up was obvious as hell. So, I'm not sure how long that camera has been in there. But I don't know why somebody didn't, you know, see this sooner, figure this out sooner. Man, let's keep going to see how he did this. I mean, he just messed up his whole career. And to be honest with you, with doctor money, if he really wanted to be a voyeur, he could have spent his hard-earned money in a better manner than having to be sneaky, if you know what I mean. I'm sure he could have found someone to play around and do voyeurism with the type of money that he made without risking his career and losing his practicing license.
My pants, and I went to go look at it, and that's when I realized it was a camera.
When you learned your boss was arrested and charged, what was your reaction?
I was honestly still shaking because he was arrested the same night as everything that had happened, so I was still processing everything that was going on.
So since he's been accused of secretly recording employees and...
My bad for getting up earlier, y'all. My bad for getting up earlier, y'all. I had to grab me another brew. Back to the video.
Inside a bathroom at his own medical office. Are you surprised? Do you feel betrayed?
Surprised, definitely. Very, very betrayed, because, again, you know, I trusted this person.
Why do you think he would allegedly do this?
He's a sick person, I don't know. At the end of the day, you know that you're invading our privacy, and, you know, you have no consent, and here you are doing it anyways. And yet every day you act like everything's fine, like everything's okay. We were all disgusted. It was us that used the restroom, it was our children that used the restroom. We were also hurt for our children, you know, because we would bring them to the office, you know, in good confidence, you know, thinking they're in a safe environment.
Do you have a lot of questions as to what the motive is?
Oh no, man, this shit is sad. So you mean to tell me that this man was recording the children too? Oh man, he need everything that he about to get. I thought he was just like on some, he wanted to record the baddies as they came in, the beautiful women or the ones that he found attractive. I mean, brother, you recording the children too. I mean, come on, man. I mean, get what you deserve, man.
Is here?
A lot of questions, yes. Why would you, you know, encourage us to bring our kids to the office? You know, stuff like that kind of brings it into perspective. Like, did you want to catch more than just us? Did you want to see our children too? What did he do with these images that he procured?
How long do you think the camera was there for?
I don't know.
I'm sure that's going through your mind.
That's one of the biggest questions in my mind, is how long has that been there? Never in my life did I ever think, you know, something like this would happen to me, to my coworkers. You know, we were all happy being there, but like I said, it came at a price.
What are you hoping happens next?
I really just want justice. That's all I want. I want some peace of mind. I haven't had peace of mind since that day occurred.
Now, the employee also told me she left the job the same day after she found the hidden camera. So did the other 2 female employees who are also alleged victims in this case, Anthony.
Wow. So, Jillian, what is next here? Because that was quite the story, but what happens now?
Yeah, so Hansen has been charged with attempting invasive visual recording. The Harris County Constable Precinct 5 is investigating this case. Hansen's attorney says the DA's office has not produced any evidence substantiating the claims against Dr. Hansen at this time. His next court appearance is next month. Back to you.
All right, Jillian, thank you so much.
Tonight, 3 mothers accused of killing their children in the past month.
One community in Alabama.
Yeah, that guy from that last story, he crazy as hell, man. And he needs to do better. I mean, recording children and women in a doctor's office. I mean, that's not one of those really mind-blowing type of stories. It's more, like I like to say, an awareness story. So if you're a woman that has children and you're going to the doctor's office, just know where you're going. I'm not saying look all underneath the sink, but you might have to. So keep your eyes open and stay smart with everything that you're doing out there. All right, now this may or may not be the last news story that I cover. Because it's a few other things going on. We're not really going to do music today because there's no new music out right now. It's not Friday. It's Wednesday. New music doesn't come out till Friday, but you can best believe that another episode, a few more episodes will probably be out by then. It's not too much going on with movies that I know of. We might be able to figure something out on that, but I do want to touch on sports. Because it is the basically it's open season in the NFL for players being able to sign to different teams, re-sign with the team that they're already with, get released and different things like that. So it's kind of like a free agent frenzy that's going on right now, along with the draft coming up next month in April. And I'm pretty sure that the draft, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's anywhere between like the 18th and the 24th of April. So we'll end up touching on that in a little bit, but I do want to get this story out of the way. A troubling trend. 3 mothers are accused of killing their children in Alabama and Florida.
Tonight, 3 mothers accused of killing their children in the past month.
1 community in Alabama and 2 in Florida shaken by accusations that are almost impossible to comprehend. Our Shelby Myers speaking with a psychiatrist about what could have.
And let's not forget, y'all, the title of this video says it's a troubling trend. So therefore, they're basically saying that all 3 of these murders are connected, even though 1 happened in one place and 2 happened in the other.
Drove a parent to this point and the warning signs to look for.
And Shelby, tell us what you found out.
Well, Cameron Lanise, Alta-Point psychiatrist Dr. Jonathan Todd says we may never know or fully understand why this happens, but there are factors that can play a role. Now, we do want to warn you, the details of these cases are very disturbing.
They are the headlines that shake a community. Mothers accused of murdering their young children. In Enterprise, Adrienne Reed is charged with capital murder in the death of her 2-year-old daughter, Genesis. Police say apartment surveillance video shows Reed dumping a...
Wait a minute, y'all. Capital murder. Capital murder, big time, y'all. Capital murder is big time. Capital murder is the most serious form of homicide. Excuse me. Defined as the unlawful killing of a person combined with specific aggravating circumstances such as murder for hire, killing a law enforcement officer, and committing murder during another felony, rape. Excuse me, again, YouTube algorithms. I don't mean to say that. I'm reading Google right now. Including R-word, robbery, and kidnapping, or killing of a young person. It is punishable by death or life imprisonment without parole. Hold on, man. Let me see something real quick. Let's say, how does capital murder differ from first degree murder? Capital murder differs from first degree murder primarily in punishment and the presence of specific aggravated circumstances, okay, such as killing a police officer, multiple victims, or during another felony. While both involve premeditation, only capital murder allows for the death penalty. Okay, that's the main reason she got it right there, yeah. You take a child's life, that's pretty much it for you. So, alright, yeah, I just wanted to see, because I knew capital murder was like top. Higher than first degree. Oh, capital murder is only charged in states that allow the death penalty is considered a subcategory of the most severe first-degree murders. Okay. Oh, okay. So capital murder and first-degree murder are basically the same thing, except for if you live in a state with the death penalty, then it's pretty much capital murder after that. That's what I'm getting from it. If anybody knows anything different or have a better understanding of the difference between capital and first degree, please feel free to comment. I would love to know. All right, y'all, back to it.
A duffel bag in a dumpster. Genesis' body believed to be inside. In Pensacola, Jalinda Smith is... They are the headlines that shake a community. Mothers accused of murdering their young children. In Enterprise, Adrienne Reed is charged with capital murder in the death of her 2-year-old daughter, Genesis. Police say apartment surveillance video shows Reed dumping a duffel bag in a dumpster. Genesis' body believed to be inside. In Pensacola, Jalinda Smith is accused of dumping her 5-year-old son, Jacaden, in a trash bag along Lillian Highway. Jacaden was nonverbal and had autism. Deputies say his body was emaciated, weighing just 20 pounds. And in Milton, April Oliva stands accused of stabbing her 6-year-old daughter, Valerie, to death. Her mugshot shows stitches across her neck, where deputies say she attempted to take her own life as well.
Despite the fact that we do have these recent stories in the news, that this is exceedingly uncommon. You know, these are really rare, typically isolated cases.
Dr. Jonathan Todd is a child and adolescent psychiatrist with Alta Point in Mobile. He works closely with children, parents, and families. He says while cases like this are rare, there are factors that could contribute.
Maternal and paternal stress definitely impacts, their ability to cope with the rigor of child care. Right, it's a taxing job, especially for young parents and young children, and the mental health of the parent in question. Right. So I think of things like the postpartum period, mothers who are experiencing postpartum depression or postpartum psychosis, detachment from reality, suicidality. In many cases like this, parents will often seek to hurt themselves and then potentially seek to hurt other people around them. And then, environmental factors, stress in the household, domestic violence. Violence in the home is definitely a big predictor for more violence.
Dr. Todd says there are also warning signs to watch for in friends and family members.
Parents start talking about the struggles that they might deal with raising a child. It's one thing to say that this is challenging. It's another thing to say that this is hopeless, that I can't do this anymore, or potentially anything that might indicate suicidal thoughts. But statements like that,
I mean, if you ask me, he's putting it like in a real sweet way, postpartum and all this and all that. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't know how long postpartum depression lasts or if it's even possible to get over. Maybe I need to be a little bit more sensitive to the subject. But what I can really say is killing is a mental health issue. So no matter how deep you get into your depression, it still doesn't call for taking someone else's life, especially like your own child. So not to be sensitive to the people that go through this type of thing, but I mean, wouldn't the more sensible thing be to like put your child up for adoption or try to let a family member take the child until you can better figure out life if possible? Or I mean, I don't know. I might be delusional and they may be looking at me like, hey, T, when you have postpartum depression, there's nothing you can do about it. You just are enraged and you just don't want your children so much to the point where you just... Now, I like I said, I don't know nothing about that, so I don't want to be insensitive to this subject. But I'm just saying, women that are going through this, whether you're currently pregnant at the moment, whether you just had a child, or whether you are currently going through this, please, before you get this drastic, and let your child go, I would definitely try my best to make sure that I try to put my child in the best type of predicament that they could probably be in while I handle my business, because from what I know about it, women typically deal with it for a small specific amount of time. I don't really know about too many cases that last for years. Some of these children were between the ages of 2, 5, 6. So if it's really that bad and you may already be dealing with another mental health issue, man, it's best to just look up for an adoption agency or a family member that you feel as though might be stable and can help you. I mean, it's almost better to it's almost better to just be like a stork. I mean, honestly. I mean, if you that stressed out with raising a child, or you weren't prepared or underprepared or whatever the case may be, because obviously these children are too young to do anything back to their parents, so it can't be a retaliatory type of thing. If you had a child and you're really that unprepared to have a child, just pretend you're a stork. I mean, honestly, dress the child up with everything that you have for them and just drop that child off on somebody's porch. I mean, honestly, before you come to the drastic conclusion of taking your child's life, I prefer you just go to the neighbor and just say, hey, here. You know, just drop the baby off on the porch, because 9 times out of 10, those people will do with the child better than what you're planning to do, because obviously you're planning death, which is never good. So, man, think before you act. Try to come up and see if there's any other solutions, you know, before you just go over the edge and make the news, and then you'll be on my pod. So, for all my followers out there, try your best not to make the news. Chat, don't make the news. Because the crazier the crime you commit, the easier it'll be for you to find your way on That's Some Crazy-ish, the DDP podcast. Rest in peace to those 3 young babies. I mean, like the earlier story. I mean, where is the love at? I mean, it's 2026. You know, we're dealing with Iran, and we're dealing with this and that, trying to keep our households together, structure, you know, foundation. I mean, you got all these ideas bouncing around in your head. I mean, y'all just pay attention to your family, man. Please, just pay attention to your family. I know the stuff that felt like it was almost second nature, you know, years ago, where we just felt so comfortable. Yeah. I mean, those are old enough to know. You know how we felt. Y'all know how we felt. Late 90s, 2000s. I'm going to say... I don't know. Maybe I ain't live enough. Maybe I ain't live enough, but it's starting to feel like things are just extremely unstable nowadays. I'm sure there's probably other people that feel like that. Like I said, go ahead and comment. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we can go ahead and talk about it. I mean, write me a whole paragraph. You'll be pleasantly surprised how much I write back to you, because I mean, I'm just an interested soul, so that's the main reason I started this pod. And that we're going through the stories that we're going through right now. But yeah, that's crazy. All right, you guys. For those that were only here for the news clips, hold on. Nah, we ain't gonna do that right now. For all those that were here for the news clips, this is where those end, and now we're moving on to the next portion of the pod. So I appreciate everybody for coming out that pretty much just wanted to catch up on a few news clips that are happening, you know, around the U.S. as of right now. Sometimes when things don't make NBC, MSNBC, CNN, you know, Fox on the main channels, sometimes people in certain cities won't know what happened in another city because they're more local. So I'm that guy. I'm trying to bring you things that may have happened anywhere. Orlando, Tampa, you know, any state, any city in all the beautiful states that America has to offer. I'm bringing you news as long as it's crazy and as long as it really hits home. I'm going to bring it to you. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in for that part. Let's do a little bit of sports. All right, chat. Let's go to big news in the NBA last night. All right. The boy, Bam Adebayo. This man dropped 83 points last night. Now, I know y'all looking like 83. Man, that got to be some type of typo. No, that's not a typo. Kobe dropped 82. No, where did Kobe drop? I think Kobe dropped 81. Yeah, I think Kobe dropped 81 back in like 05, 06. And, I mean, if you want to be frank I'm a Kobe fan too. But the reason I'm bringing this story up is not only because he dropped 83 points, it's mainly because of how many people are hating on the fact that he did it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, this is an NBA game. I mean, this ain't college, this ain't high school, this ain't the G League. So, what the hell does it matter if I score 83 points on the best team or the worst team if I ain't the best player? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Nikola Jokic are the best players in the NBA, and I ain't never seen either one of them come close to 83. I mean, if you add in the assists, the points, and the rebounds, they might get to 83, but so all the haters that are saying, oh, well, you know, he did it against the Washington Wizards, so, you know, what type of defense do they stick and all that? I'm like, man, y'all gotta calm down, man. I mean, y'all being way too, like, drastic over this. So, let's start off by looking at the highlights. All right, I'm going to try to find the shortest video for highlights because we don't want to spend too much time. But I do have to give this man mad props. Just a couple keynotes before I start the video. His girlfriend is A'ja Wilson, 3-time, 4-time NBA champion, multiple MVP, female of the WNBA. So, his wife, I mean, not his wife, I'm sorry. His girlfriend is a baller also. His girlfriend is arguably the best WNBA player currently. Arguably. In my mind, she is, but, you know, that's the beauty of sports. Sports aren't typically facts unless you're breaking it down to stats, but DDP ENT. It's my opinion. All right, y'all. My bad for that little small rant. But yeah, let's go ahead and click on this video right here. NBA on ESPN. Let's watch a little bit of this magic. I might skip through it a little bit, but let's see how he got to 83 and how monumental this is. This is for a mid to high level tier player the way Bam is. Frying these boys. Had to been.
And in game number 66 of the regular season, off we go, gang, on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. He's looking for their third win of the season. And Bam Adebayo, as he so often has done lately, John, Davion Mitchell, the orchestra leader, the engine that helps the Heat offense. Come back.
Down the floor, Davion able to find the captain over there. Sarr playing off because of how quick.
Mitchell against Carrington to the paint. Good reach in by Sarr. Now Bam takes advantage. Euro steps in for the flip. 7 points in a row. So a showcase of the talented two bigs in our matchup. Mitchell cross court for the Bam three. Yes. What a first quarter for Bam Adebayo. So the rookie has 5 points. Miami up by 2. 5.5 left, first quarter. Here comes Bam again against Sarr. He's through.
Now that's fire right there. Y'all see how he went up with that dunk? Like, hold on. I'm glad they played the replay. Let's get out of full screen for a second. It's slightly annoying me. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go to theater mode. Yeah, theater mode feels a lot better. And yeah, let's get back to it. But that dunk was insane. That drive and all that. I play NBA 2K26, and my player's build is similar to Bam's build, even though my player is probably more of a Jalen Johnson type of build, you know. I ain't gonna lie, Bam Adebayo type of build. My player's around that 6'10" range where they can handle the ball, they can shoot the three. Finishing is really the highest out of anything. Offensive rebound, block shots. I mean, a Swiss Army knife at that height. So, he getting off right here. I mean, I was already, I already had a liking for Bam, but after doing this, I mean, I have to give this man real credit, because the haters are going to say, like I said before, oh, it's on that team, or oh, they excuse me, they kept passing him the ball, and bruh, if that's the case, then I mean, everybody go do it. And it resulted in a win. So if I could go out and drop 83 and it still result in a win, I'm gonna go do it. So I mean, cut the bullshit, man. If everybody could do it, they would, man. Everybody can't do it, man. For all the haters, man, that's my last reply to y'all. Everybody can't do that, bro.
Ball fake, explosive finish around the shot blocker. Nothing soft.
He's got 13 on 6 of 7 shooting.
And Alex Sarr,
from the corner. You gotta love this.
Alex Sarr, the center for Washington, has
Mitchell back to
great defense. But
win 3 Bam. Why not? The highest scoring quarter of his.
Pretty sure he's
and Vucevic trying to slow down the heated.
So Bam had 31.
Bam Adebayo right now is playing with so much confidence.
Second. Yes, and the foul. Rebound picked off the deck by Larson.
Look at him.
Just never know what's in store. Yes, sir.
He was playing in that coming down the court, yo. He was playing in that coming down the court.
This is just a total heat check. He's getting tired.
I like how he
so much.
That was smooth right there.
Super deep range right there by Bam.
Only a 14.
Even if that was the last point he scored for the night, that would have been good enough.
Felt like a dominant team tonight. He's untouchable.
Over by Trey Johnson and the Wizards. Here's the spin, getting to the middle. Where's the help defense? There isn't any. And
he has 20 points. Lead ahead by only 12. Bam spinning on soft and putting it down. 38 in the first half for Captain Bam.
Here he is, little left hand hesitation through the legs. I mean, this is just really advanced.
This is Davion under a minute left in the first half. And Bam got it. A chance at a three-point play. 42.
They need to surround him with some better shooters and some shot creators.
Wizards trying to double Bam on that last play. Here he comes again. He's a runaway man.
Such a threat out beyond the arc. Sarr getting caught out of position. He's very upright as a defender as opposed to being
what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Since he's able to finesse y'all the way that he's finessing y'all, I mean, do you want his teammates to stop passing him the ball? I mean,
stance and
92 to 73.
I'm trying to figure out what y'all want.
Jonas for Bam. Yes. 48 for Adebayo. The skills to get in that door.
Driving and kicking. Yakashonis, the rookie, setting up.
Trey Johnson shoots the three over Bam. Great defense.
You know what they needed? They needed
Here he is again.
Counter
52 for Bam. And a timeout for Brian Keefe, who
all right, well, they
walks
just
to
said
midcourt, shaking his head in disbelief. Oh, Drew Smith stole it. There it is. A new Heat record.
They definitely needed a counter for Bam, so we could figure out what point he was at the time of him scoring these points. So at this point right here, I mean, he's at 62 points, which is crazy. Let's see, field goals to 17 for 35. So, I mean, he already dropped 62, and he's shooting like very slightly under 50% because 17 plus 17 is 34. He shot the ball 35 times. I mean, that's not bad. He really ain't playing in the paint too much with them 6 rebounds, but all right, that's his mom right there, y'all, just in case y'all was wondering. This is Mama Adebayo.
There's his mom, is Goosebump City. One Heat legend enjoying another. The highest scoring game in the history of the Miami Heat belongs to Bam Adebayo.
Now that's tough though because he suppressed LeBron James. Excuse me, y'all. That's that guy. He's all right, y'all. This Asia Wilson right here too. This is his girlfriend. This to me is the best WNBA player in the WNBA. Hands down. To me, it ain't even close. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't really know. I don't really want nobody to bring up nobody else's name. Now, I think Nafisa Collier, I might, consider her right now. I think it's maybe one more other girl I might be able to consider, but I mean, consistently the best player year in and year out, gotta be Asia Wilson.
Asia, we love it too.
Also the fast break points too, 19-5, and he clearly taking advantage in transition off miscues and rebounds.
He's still going off, man.
Quick reversal pass and finding Bam in the comfy corner. Screen by Keyshawn Johnson.
Here's Bam. Got fouled.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Anything past 50, I mean, somebody gotta take this shit personal, man. I mean, that don't make no goddamn sense. I mean, now don't get it twisted. Washington ain't one of the best teams in the league. It's towards the bottom tier, but there are a lot of trash teams. You know what I mean? I mean, if you ain't one of the top 15, you pretty much trash. So, I don't even think these boys showed up to play today. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because their awareness, like we like to talk about here in this channel, was extremely low. How the hell do you let one man get to 83 points? There's some college teams that don't even score 83 points the whole game with 5 players on each side competing at one time on the court. But you mean to tell me that one man scored 83 points while there were 9 other players on the court? Now, don't get it twisted. Once you scoring and your team see you scoring, they're going to feed you. You got the high end. I mean, damn. If I get up around 40, and y'all stop giving me the ball, somebody ass getting whooped after the game. Facts. Or I might be a gentleman, because now that's me being gangster. Somebody else getting whooped. Let me calm down, y'all. Let me stop talking gangster, man. That life behind me. The gentleman in me would have just got him out of there before I got to get gangster. I'd have got rid of him. I mean, especially if we win it. Because 9 times out of 10, if I'm dropping 40, I'm Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm Giannis. I'm Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? I'm Nikola Jokic. You know what I mean? I'm Jason Tatum. I'm Donovan Mitchell. So, if I already got 40, 45, I don't care what quarter it is. You better keep feeding me. I guarantee you, if any of those players that I mentioned had 31 points by the end of the first, they would have went off too. Now, the reason I pause like that is don't give me the line, because I don't know. I mean, to say 83 is literally insane, man. I mean, 83 literally insane. I can see how a person is rolling. Like, hey, bruh, I don't know how it happened, but I did drop 31 in the first. Now, we're going to see what the second quarter look like. You know, hopefully I can, you know, I probably won't drop 31, but hopefully I can keep it around the 15 range, you know, because I anticipate the defense to step up more, because coach on their ass, coach like, oh Lord, looking at the box score, hell, everybody else looking up at the jumbotron. 31 in the first. Gotta be a glitch. So I say all that to say, people gonna be on your ass next time around. All right, boom, second quarter start. I'm doing my thing. I'm anticipating more defense. I'm anticipating the fact that double teams, triple teams probably coming. I mean, I already dropped 31 and we winning. Now, if I drop 31 in the first and they got 45, 50, then I mean, they probably not too worried about me. You know what I mean? They're like, they're laughing like, damn, he got to do it by himself. You know what I mean? But the simple fact that we winning and I got that, bro, where is the... I'm trying to figure out who got any pride. I mean, where Trae Young at? Did he play? I mean, I don't even know. I'm flabbergasted. You got Tecchio on the court for Miami. He got 16 points. I don't even know how he scraped them 16 points out. I guess he thought to himself, well, God damn, you know, somebody has to do something or it's going to be 5-on-1. I mean, Bam can't be the only person scoring, because if that's the case, so Tecchio, he found a way to get him 16. Jaime Vasquez, he's really a decent player. He only had 2. But let me get back to the topic at hand. What I'm really trying to say is, man, if I'm rolling, I'm rolling. Give me the ball. Get out the way until the defense figures it out. After they figure it out, we'll adjust. We're winning. I'm going crazy. I might break records. I'm the leader of the team. Y'all know I with y'all individually. Y'all know I treat y'all good. Come on, give me the rock. Don't make me be an asshole, bro. I'm rolling right now. Don't make me get one of y'all boys out of here after this game over. And any real one could understand that if I already show y'all love. I'm the longest tenured player on the team. I'm the captain. What the hell is Miami without Bam? Anybody? I mean, damn. Who we got? Tyler Hero? No. Who we got? Andrew Wiggins? No. This is my team. Y'all, you know, Tyler, nice. Andrew, you know, we know what Andrew can do. But, and see, they get it. Those two get it anyway. Oh, Norman Powell. Don't let me forget about Norman Powell. Fire. Fuck Norman Powell. Pause. But Norman Powell can ball. Norman Powell dropped. I mean, Norman Powell really nice. I mean, he really nice. I ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised that the Clippers let go of him, to be honest with you. But, like I said, Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, they weren't going to stop Bam. So, if the top 4, I don't give a damn. It don't got to be that many to say I'm getting the ball, man. If I'm balling and me, Tyler, and Norman, you know, or me and Norman say, yo, Bam, got it. Feed him. Come on, man. I don't want to hear none of the haters saying, oh, they kept giving him the ball. Bro, that sounds exactly like what a hater would say. So, let's not even go there, man. This not even my team. This not even my favorite player. But I'm giving Bam all the props in the world. And I ain't gonna lie, I hope he gets some endorsements off this because, I mean, you can plug your name close to 83. Something that got 83 flavors, 83 varieties, 83 paint colors, 83 seats, 83, you know? Because as soon as somebody asks you, what does the 83 mean? Oh, I scored 83 points in an NBA game because I'm an NBA player. And I have the second highest scoring single game in NBA history behind Wilt Chamberlain's 100 that we don't even know for sure is real. Can you imagine that? That shit happened in 1962. How the hell? Man, my mom was just born in 62. So how the hell we know that stat is accurate? I mean, that was before the Vietnam War. I mean, not slavery. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. That was further back. But the point I'm trying to make is Martin Luther King was still alive. Malcolm X was still alive. This was a time where it was still segregation. You know what? Now that I think about it, as racist as he was back then, he probably scored more than 100 points. I ain't gonna lie, they probably point shaved him. I mean, because for that era to even acknowledge the fact that he scored 100 points is already astronomical, and to know how racist and how much bigotry existed back at that time in 1962. I don't want to make a light subject like this. Wilt might have scored more than 100, yo. They probably point shaved him. Will Price dropped like 130 that night, but they said, nah, 100. Damn, that's super real. Man, I don't want to turn this into a conspiracy or nothing like that, y'all. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Bam did his thing. Anybody that got something negative to say about how he went about getting it or whatever the case may be, man, don't know real NBA fan, not a casual, a real NBA fan that plays it, that can go play it in real life, that watches it, and that can play it on video games. Man, don't no real fan want to hear nothing you gotta say, bro. I mean, you yourself or coax somebody else into doing what Bam did, and then we can talk. Until somebody does anything similar to this, and y'all know Kobe did this in 06. He dropped 81, or 81, 82 in 06. So that already goes to show that's been 20 years. 20 years. So y'all, everybody hating out there, man, good luck, man. I ain't mean to spend that much time on the haters. It's not really about them. It was really me just trying to give Bam his praise because I'd love to see this again. I want to see somebody else try it. I want to see who can do it. I want to see who can do it because he did it in a win. Now, if they lost, I wouldn't even be covering this subject right now, yo. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd have been like, yo, you selfish as a bitch. You the reason why your team lost. Blah, blah, blah. I'd have said everything. I dropped 83 in a win, bro. Shut up, bro. Oh, you didn't like my crossover. Oh, you didn't like the fact that the ball went around the rim and rolled on there for 3 seconds before it went in. Oh, you don't like the fact that when I shot the three-pointer, it bounced off the rim, went high in the air, but still went in. That looked ugly to you. Oh, When I just got that and one just now, it looked forced to you, but you can't appreciate the skill it took in order for it to still go in, and the fact that I made that free throw afterwards. Come on, man. It's all about perspective. My God, Bam. I give you credit, brother. Let's go ahead and finish these highlights. You deserve it.
It goes! 69 for Bam.
Oh my, keeps it going. Missed steal, and Bam able to get all the way to the basket after the contact. That's our Vicky Bakery flat-tastic play.
Oh, it's sweet, too. With 74 stands as the fourth most points in the history of the NBA by an individual player. Into Bam! Yes! And the foul! 80 points. You will remember this game for the rest of your lives. 81. He has tied the late Kobe Bryant for the second highest scoring game in the history of the NBA. 82 points. Mama, we feel your joy. The second highest scoring game in NBA history, second only to Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game in Hershey, Pennsylvania against the New York Knicks when he was playing for Philadelphia. Points for Bam Adebayo. He will come out of the game and hear it from the crowd. And we feel you at home. One of the great games in the history of basketball.
Try to boast at what I look like. I'm going try to wear I pull up all brains. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. The city ever is too tough.
All right, Chad, I'm back. You guys got to excuse me for that. My brother came to my residence and he wanted to speak to me for a second, but I'm back, and yeah, that is Bam Adebayo going for 83.
Whole GOAT term is never going to be something that I ever will get high or low about. You know, it's just it doesn't exist with me.
Let's do this for a second.
Exist with me. I never played against Oscar Robertson or Jerry West. Would have loved to. Absolutely loved to. Just
all right, Mike. Let's not go there. Let's not go there, Mike. All right. On to my favorite player right here. Now, we're going to talk about this real quick because SGA won a championship last year. SGA won MVP last year. And if I'm not mistaken, he won Finals MVP last year. The Oklahoma City, obviously, they won the championship, and he was the best player on the team. It's been a question, I would say, probably about the last 2 or 3 years about who is the best player in the NBA. Is it Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Is it Nikola Jokic? Is it Giannis Antetokounmpo? For the past 4 years, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been my favorite player. But I can see where the debate comes in that because Jokic on certain nights will drop 35 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists, or crazy numbers. However you want to scramble them, Nikola Jokic is capable. But also, the thing about it is impacting winning. And I do feel like Nikola Jokic impacts winning, but maybe it has a lot to do with the front office, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been a consistent winner pretty much since he's come in the NBA. So the other night, Shai hit the game winner versus the Denver Nuggets. The Oklahoma City Thunder played the Denver Nuggets, and Shai hit the game winner to tie Wilt Chamberlain for the most consecutive 120-point games in NBA history, which is another crazy feat. I don't know which one harder. I don't know. Probably 120 consistent games in 20 is probably crazy. That's probably harder. That's probably harder. Yeah, that's probably harder. Yeah, that's probably harder. Yeah, that's probably harder. Yeah. Because, any one given day, you can just be like, yo, fuck, forget everybody. I'm scoring 83, or I'm going for over there, I'm going for 100. I get it. You might not get there, but any given day, you can try to get there. 120 consecutive games of at least 20 points at the very minimum? I bet you actual NBA players are still probably trying to wrap their mind around that one, because it's NBA players that can't score 20, that have never even scored 20, that won't sniff 20, that score 20 once, that their goal is to maybe score 20. I did it 120. I ain't do it just 120 times. I did it 120 times straight. Man, y'all wrap your mind around that one real quick, though. Let it breathe a little bit before I go ahead and play this clip right here.
Good morning. A thriller in OKC last night. We'll get to it in a minute. Kendrick Perkins is here with us. Vince Goodwill, both of them waking up early on the West Coast.
Waking up early. Neither has on a tie. I'm in studio. They're not in studio. Big Perk just got on me last week because I had a wardrobe malfunction. But you know what? He pities the school every morning. He's on the air.
Let's go to this. This is a little bit more concise.
0.6 left. And if you're Denver, go quick. It's Jokic from the outside. He puts it down. The foul. A chance for four. What a turn in OKC. Wow. And now Murray with a chance to tie it up with 8.5. He's got it. Timeout OKC. All even at 126. It's 100
SG right there with Mark Dagnall.
He's got it. Timeout OKC.
You see my boy? He coaching his boy. That looked like the best player in the league right here. See? Everybody got their eyes on me. All right. Y'all boys, this is the play we running. All right? Mark, let's get it. This is what we do, Mark. We're winners already. We already won one.
All even at 126. It's 100% going to be in his hands.
Look at it. Look.
SGA with 5. SGA step back 3. He's hot. On a night that he ties Wilt Chamberlain. SGA's greatest hit tour continues.
Must be something about that name, Shai. I don't know. Good morning. A thriller in OKC last night. We'll get to it in a minute. Kendrick Perkins is here with us. Vince Goodwill, both of them waking up early on the West Coast.
Waking up early. Neither has on a tie. I'm in studio. They're not in studio.
This morning, okay? I refuse to take the show start.
In Vince's defense, he did ask the show. SGA was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, but finished with 35 points and a career-high 15 dimes. He also matched Wilt Chamberlain's record for consecutive 20-point games, becoming the only other player to do so. SGA hit that step-back three with seconds left to give the Thunder the win. Here he is on his clutch time performance.
I had no clue what I was going to do. I have answers to the test, but like I got to see the questions first. So once I seen he was on my left and I was going right, I think it was Christian Braun that was in the game.
No, that's a bar right there. My boy said, I know the answers. I got all the answers, but I still need the questions to the test first. Like, damn, like I already practiced it. I'm already built for every situation, but let the situation come up and I'll show you how I handle it. My boy's spitting.
Yeah, so I knew I probably was like, if I drove to shoot a midi, it's probably gonna be a contested with two guys. So I tried to separate from the three and get a good, comfortable shot, and then went down.
So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hit his first game-tying go-ahead three-point field goal in those final 5 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime since 2022. The guy is so impressive. Perk, you first. Do you think SGA secured that MVP last night with that performance?
No, Shai, I think it's going to come down towards the end. I still got Jaylen Brown in the thick of things, especially with the Celtics being number 2 in the Eastern Conference. You know, obviously, Cade Cunningham got to be in that conversation. But I will say this. He reminded us, or that game reminded us, that he's still the best player in the world. Like, the MVP conversation is one thing, but when it comes to being the best player in the world, we saw that last night. He is one of the most efficient guards that we've ever seen in the history of the game. And now Shai has took that leap because we know he's the best in the league for us making tough contested twos and getting buckets. But now he's making guys around him better. Us four right here on set today could have been on the floor with him and we would have each had 10 to 15 points because he's getting the job done. We saw the 15 assists last night, making Jalen Williams look good, making Isaiah Joe look good, distributing the rock, picking and choosing his spots. That's what great players do.
I'm not going to stay here too long because y'all going to say I'm glazing because, you know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is my favorite player, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. So I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm just letting y'all know he'll win MVP again. His team has the best record in the NBA again, like they did last year. He's still the best player as far as my eyes can see. I mean, you hitting game winners. I mean, the reason I'm saying all this because all of this goes into the MVP for the people that vote for it. You know, because the votes are split up between actual people that get a vote, the fans get a vote, you know, it's percentages. But the executives that vote for these type of things, they taking all these things into consideration. They're taking in moments throughout the year. It's not all about just, having the best record. It's not all about just the eye test saying that you're the best player. All these things are qualities of a player that eventually makes them the most valuable. So you got to hit game winners. Your stats got to add up. You got to be on a winning team, And I'm sure a percentage of it, could be a bias of some sort, I would never be surprised about that. I mean, that's just how the corporate world works in the first place. But I mean, just look at what Tracy McGrady has to say about him real quick, and we're gonna get off of this. I mean, T-Mac. Let's see what T-Mac got to say real fast.
And with that game, SGA ties Wilt with 126 straight regular season games with at least 20 points. How about that? He'll look to break the record on Thursday against who else but the Celtics. Let's just start with Shai, because we continue to see him do amazing things. And you just sat here, you looked at the graphic before we came on.
I'm happy to see them on a pod together. Two cousins, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady. That's beautiful.
What are the words we can use to describe what he's done so
Remind me
far
of when
this
they were
season?
with the Raptors
I
together.
don't know the words.
Yeah.
I really don't. But this guy is at an elite level playing just like we've never seen at this position before. I mean, he's so efficient.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He is the
typically
greatest
when
guard.
you dominate the ball like
lie.
this, you know, you prone to turn the ball over a lot, right? Make a lot of mental mistakes.
know
But
Steph
this
and
guy
Magic
is
Johnson
so
was
efficient
nice.
at scoring this basketball, and he doesn't turn the ball over. And I think one account what he's taken into this year is he's been a better facilitator, and we saw that last night.
And because he's under control, like he plays, he doesn't get rattled. You know, you try your best to be physical with superstar players. Like, you know, when we've had situations with that guy who's always physical with you, he can dictate, he can, regardless of your physicality, he makes you pay for it. And like you said, he gets off the ball and he has a group of guys that makes the game easier for him because you can't always help because it's hard to guard somebody like Shea one-on-one. You know, you're expecting the help side or that somebody at the nail. Well, when you know he's willing to pass and guys will knock down shots, the floor is wide open for him to do whatever dance he wants to do.
No Hardenstein, no Check, no J-Dub. You going against Jokic.
No Caruso.
No Caruso.
Yeah.
And he just showed us tonight, last night, that not only am I scoring the ball, but I gave you 15 assists.
Yeah, that was a career
without
high
those
for him.
guys.
And 0 turnovers.
0 turnovers.
Might
Chef's
we
kiss.
just add to the list and 0 turnovers.
I almost had a triple on y'all
against a
ass.
Denver
35,
team.
9, and
Gordon was
15,
back.
and I only missed 7
wasn't
shots
like
out
this
of
was
21.
not, yeah, it's not like this wasn't a physical game.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when
I'm
we're
out here
thinking about the
shooting
West too,
66.6%.
we can't leave Denver out of the conversation when we're having it,
You
right?
cannot. I mean, the West is so tough, and you know they're sitting what right now 6th place, only half a game behind the Lakers at 5, but. That's why it's so tough for, like you say, the Spurs. Can the Spurs, like, it's a gauntlet in the West. And we look at Denver how we look at them, and like, they're in 6th place? Yeah.
Crazy to think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was another, again, like one of the best games that we've seen so far this season. I was joking, it
Yeah, the West is tough as hell, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I really like the East this year, too, though, man. Let's see what's going on real quick in the NBA, y'all. Let's check this. Let's check NBA standings. Let me give y'all my opinions on this real quick, man. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. All right. So, in the East, we got Makes Sense. Makes Sense. Nah, I don't need to see this. Back up. So we got Detroit. Tough. Now this is where the East falls off at right here. Fire. Knicks doing their thing. I don't believe in the Knicks too much. I know they went pretty far last year by knocking the Celtics out and making it to the Eastern Conference Finals and all that against the Pacers, but I mean, I still don't believe in the Knicks. We can talk for a minute on why I even feel like that, but I really don't feel like getting into it. But excuse me. I think the Cavs will end up surpassing the Knicks as these last couple of games wind down. Let's see, what are they at? 65 games and there's 82. They have about 17 more games left. They're both on the 6th of. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. That's a good matchup right here. That's a tough first round, but that's a good matchup. What would the first round be? If the playoffs started right now, Pistons versus Sixers, Celtics versus Magic, Knicks versus Heat, and Cavs versus Raptors. No. I don't like none of them matchups. None of them are even intriguing. Oh, except for maybe the Magic and Celtics. Yeah. I mean, they gonna fuck the Sixers up. Pistons whoop the Sixers' ass. I mean, I don't. That's what I said. The East falls off right here. I mean, some people you can throw the Raptors in there if you want to. I mean, they got Brandon Ingram. They got they got a couple players. I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not. I say a chance to win the title stops right around here. And obviously, not all of them even have a chance to win the title. Like, I don't think the Pistons have enough experience to really go no further than maybe like the first round. The Celtics, I'm gonna reorder them for y'all. I know this is in order of record, but I'm about to order them in order of who I think the most scariest teams are playoff time. Celtics, number 1. Cavaliers, number 2. Knicks, number 3. Pistons, number 4. Excuse me. I know that sounds crazy. That I put 1 at 4, and a 4 at 2, and all this. But this is just me from watching the NBA, and I try my best not to miss games. So, all right, Western Conference, NBA champs again. NBA champs again. My bad, y'all. NBA champions again, Oklahoma City Thunder. And then Spurs too. Now, I like the Spurs and all that. I don't trust them because none of them experienced, especially in the playoffs. But, how much would that really matter? And in the West, this is the cutoff in the West after the Nuggets. The Suns ain't doing nothing. 7 through none of these is doing nothing. 6. Mainly because they're already previous NBA champions and their core is pretty much still together. They still got Nikola Jokic, they still got Jamal Murray, and they still got Eric Gordon. Timberwolves got Anthony Edwards. They got oh man, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank like that right now. But Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle. I mean, they solid. I mean, because look at the West tight as shit, man. Look at this. It's a 3-way tie. For real, excuse me. It's a 3-way tie between the Timberwolves, Lakers, and the Rockets. Yeah. I mean, dang, the West tough as hell. And then it's an 8-game drop off after that. Yeah, the West has always been tough. Probably like damn near mostly since I can even start thinking about basketball. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. In my mind, Oklahoma City is going to win again, but I'll go ahead and order these like I did the East. So I have Oklahoma City, true number 1, which they are where they are. Playoff time. Now, mind you, this is playoff time. What teams do I think will be their playoff time? Now, I still have the Spurs at 2 because of the talent and the intensity that they're playing with. That's hard to come by. So I'll still keep the Spurs at 2. 3. I got to put the Lakers at 3. And that's mainly because of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. I know statistics say that they haven't been playing together. I mean, playing well together, but I think they still got time to iron it out. And also, players like them take it to the next level at the next level. So I got Lakers at 3. I have the Rockets. Excuse me. I have the Rockets at 4. If I was reordering these. And then I have the Timberwolves at... So basically, all I'm doing is switching 3 and 4. And... Yo, you know what? Nah, I got Thunder, Spurs. I would have Lakers, Rockets, Nuggets, and Timberwolves. And I know y'all like, oh, Anthony Edwards is quote unquote, getting towards being one of the best players. I mean, the best player in the game. And I mean, yeah, but no, because I don't think Anthony Edwards has no leadership skills though. And you can tell by teams that have real good players, but they can't never go nowhere. And it's because their best player is not a leader. And he's not really even kill and able to, really get the team in order because he put his selfish pride and ego to the side because he knows all those things will come later once him and his team perform well. And maybe Anthony Edwards knows that. Don't get it twisted. I love Anthony Edwards. Honestly, I love his game. But I'm just looking at some players like KD. I don't think KD will ever win a championship being the best player on the team. You know? Because even to me, when he won the, I mean, you could say he won Finals MVP and stuff like that, but I mean, he had to go to the Golden State Warriors in order to do that. And if he was really that good, I mean, I mean, why'd you have to go there? So same thing with Anthony Edwards. It's like maybe you can get like KD and eventually go somewhere else, but I'm still not going to consider that championship yours because 9 times out of 10, you probably went somewhere where there were other alphas, where there were other great players, not just like, he took a team over that already, they had high-level role players. I mean, when KD went to the Warriors, they had Klay Thompson, the second or third best shooter in NBA history. They had Steph Curry, the best shooter in NBA history. They had Draymond Green, one of the best defenders in NBA history, just because of the simple fact that he knows how to play different defense in a different way that may not always show up on the stat sheet. So, yeah, to me, KD gets no credit for that. He think he does because he gets the Finals MVPs, but brother, Steph won one before you. He won another one. At the trio of Steph, Klay, and Draymond won one before you, and they won one after you. So how much did you really make? You helped get 2, and they got 2. So, nah. And I'm feeling like players like Anthony Edwards are kind of like that I'm realizing right now. Is there any really good players that I think won't win an NBA championship because of their leadership skills? I mean, I guess you could say Devin Booker. I mean, I'm not going to say he's really like too many really goods, but he is he's a 1B type of superstar for sure. But yeah, I don't think Devin Booker ever win one. Kawhi could. He'll go somewhere else or somebody will come there, but it won't be like on his back type of championship. You know what I mean? And that's really what I'm trying to say. Like when Jokic won his, it was on his back. I mean, Jamal Murray did definitely play his part, but come on, man. I'm a 2-3-time MVP. Like, brother, I'm going to get the credit for this. LeBron was the driving force and damn near all 4 of his championships. So let's not even play that game. Spurs haven't won yet, and obviously Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player on the Thunder, and the second closest person to him is probably Jalen Williams, and that ain't even that close, to be honest with you. I mean, I think Jalen Williams averages maybe 20, 22, between 18 and 22 points a game. I mean, Shai averages probably been averaging 30 for 3-4 years straight, so it's not... I mean, that's kind of like the Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray thing. It's like, okay, I got a good number 2, but we all know that I'm the driving reason. KD's not that. Now, if he wins with the Rockets, he will be. So I guess I said all that to say that. He finally, has a team where that would be the case. That wouldn't have been the case when he was with the Nets either because you got James Harden and Kyrie Irving. So that wouldn't have been the case there either. Even though you feel like he was the one that recruited everybody and put the play together, that's still one that did it. To me, it has to be the drop of talent between the number 1 and the number 2. Even though the number 2 can be good, Just like with that Celtics championship, I mean, I don't know how much credit Jason Tatum wants for it, but I'm not giving him credit for that. See, my thing is, if you win a championship with 2 1As on it, even if it's a 1A, 1B, I mean, I really can't give the 1A that much credit. I can't say that you know what I mean, you're better because, you know, if Cade wins, Cade is the guy. You get the credit. If the Celtics win, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a split effort between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So who gets the credit there? With the Knicks, Jalen Brunson really can get the accolades for leading the. Damn, y'all. If the Knicks win a championship, woo! New York be crazy. They've been begging for this shit forever. But if the Knicks won, I'm giving a big. But they got Karl Anthony Towns, though. So this is a special case right here because Jalen Brunson is obviously the best player on that team. But I don't feel like Cat is that far behind him. But Cat sometimes struggles with being inconsistent. He consistently is going to get you a double-double, but, you know, his points fluctuate. Jalen Brunson's pretty... that's a crazy case, y'all. I could easily point out who carried any other team to the chip. I could easily point out who carried the team. I can easily point them out. Here, this is close. I mean, the Lakers is going to be close too because obviously LeBron and Luka, we're going to be arguing. Oh no, LeBron should have won the MVP. Okay. The Lakers is close to me. You know, I can't really figure out who would be the clear cut driving force multiplier for why this team won, the Lakers, until I saw it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. The Nuggets, I'm pretty sure I could figure it out because of Jamal Murray being inconsistent. The Timberwolves, I'm pretty much I could figure it out if they did, but I'm not. Let's get the Timberwolves because they're not winning shit. Lakers, it's going to be hard to figure out. Rockets, it's probably going to be KD. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Alperen Sengun is all right, but it's going to be KD while they win. Spurs, bro, they're just going to give it to Wemby. This motherfucker could play 20 minutes a game for the whole playoffs, and somehow Wemby's still going to get it. So, that's just Wemby team, man. If you really ask me, it's Stephon Castle team and De'Aaron Fox. It's their team to me, if you really ask me. Especially Stephon Castle. I mean, he go crazy. I mean, I fuck with Stephon Castle. Obviously, this is Shea's team. Let's get out of here. That's laughable. Cade would be the driving force. It's going to be a tie here because of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. It's going to be I'm not going to, you know. I know for a fact it's going to be a tie here. It's going to be tough here because of Brunson and Towns. 9 times out of 10, Donovan Mitchell's probably going to win it here, even though, I don't know, if James Harden can average around 20 and you know, and dish out, if James Harden can average a double-double right here, 20 points, 20 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, 10 plus assists, and maybe 5 rebounds, James Harden might be able to pull that one out. Especially because he's older, so his career is probably, you know, going to end earlier. So that means that Donovan Mitchell has more time, and James Harden's a former MVP. So the voters, you know, if that's close, they might give it to the James Harden over Donovan Mitchell. All right, yeah, but that's my NBA breakdown as of right now. I know I probably spent a lot of time on that. Some people have been checked out. Like, what the hell is he talking about? This and that and this. Let's see what Vegas has right now as the favorite. I mean, it got to be the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. Yeah, of course. It got to be. Yeah. I'm not surprised. We don't got to dig no deeper into that. I'm not surprised at all. But for everybody that checked in, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Like I said, this is the DDP ENT podcast. I really appreciate y'all for checking in with the kid. Like I said before, man, I hope everybody is prospering. Hope everybody is uplifted. And I hope that you all find something in this 2 hours worth of content that you find interesting, or that I could at least get a comment, like, or a subscription from. I'm not going to beg, but from the bottom of my soul, I would definitely appreciate it. And like I said, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to be back tomorrow with more content. I'm still trying to figure out my recording schedule, but just know you're going to get 3 videos a week or more. I'm really trying to do 5, but it just... We've been having good content lately, so let's just see how it goes. Again, thank you for tuning in to the DDP podcast. I'm T-WillDaprince, and I appreciate y'all.